Hey everyone. So it's Thursday and we're going to do an arrange, and it seems to be pretty okay. Pretty easy for me to do almost a puzzle every day. And so yeah, this one's a combo of some of my favorite things. The rainbow and yarn. And this one's actually knitted, as opposed to a lot of the yarn I do is in balls or in skeins, and this one looks like it's actually knitted or knit in the past tense. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, so I've already spent, my voice might be a little bit hoarse right now. Just had one of those days where I just needed to get it out a little bit. So I've spent the last, I guess, about 45 minutes singing a lot of very old Bad Religion, which I always find very therapeutic to just, because it's not in my technical, like I think I'm a soprano, but I can easily sing the Bad Religion, and there's just something very satisfying about, because it's my full chest voice that I can sing very loud, and it's very satisfying. And it's especially strange when you're wearing headphones, and so I can't even really hear myself, but I can feel the reverberation through me, and I've got the music on really loud. I find that very satisfying. I just had one of those days where I really needed it. One of those work days that I was just like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing when I get home. And that's what I did. And then I tired myself out. And then I felt all calm and thought, hey, let's do a jigsaw puzzle. This one looks like it might be a little bit tricky because I think there's more than one instance of every color. If we go over here, we can see, yeah. So there's the pink there, the pink there. So that makes it a little bit trickier in the way that I work. We'll see what I can do. We're going to just finish this top row. Nope, not yet. So yeah, now I'm at home. It's not even dinner time yet. It's getting there. Getting a little bit hungry. But first, the puzzle. And I remember wanting to do puzzles when I was little, like the actual physical ones. And my mom, for some reason, they make her nauseous. So puzzles make my mother nauseous or nauseated, whatever is the correct one. They make her want to throw up. So we didn't do a lot of them when I was little, and maybe that's why I like them so much now. I didn't get to do them as much as a kid. Oh, this one's a little bit tricky. But if you just are wait long enough, you'll eventually figure it out. I think this one's down here. And Kitty Baby's nowhere near. She was not that impressed with me singing so loudly, so she sort of buried her face into the cushion a little bit. You know how cats do that? They'll sit there like a loaf. They do their little loaf thing, and then they just sort of bend their face forward and sort of squish it into whatever it is that they're sitting on. That's what she was doing. It's a little bit funny. I felt a little bit bad for her, but I was like, Kitty Baby, you don't even work. You don't even have a job. So she doesn't even know. She didn't get it. She didn't understand my pain. And we like to tease her about that. Okay, baby, you don't even know. I say that a lot, actually, as I think about it. Trying to get my cat to understand my feelings. Ineffective, everyone. There you go. I think this one's this one. Yeah, this one's definitely going to be color by color compared to what's above and below it. Almost have these done. So I'm really glad people are enjoying these. I get some really nice feedback that people are finding them really relaxing, and that they find my voice relaxing, which is great. I'm thinking at some point of maybe doing some guided visualizations, because I do them quite often in my job. So I might just start doing those here as well, because I have quite a few of them essentially locked and loaded in my brain. So I can pull those out pretty easily too. Oh, a lot of those are down there. And it was raining today, and I don't mind the rain. I know a lot of people, I grew up somewhere very, very rainy, and so it doesn't bother me at all to have a day of rain. Where I live now is essentially almost a desert, so I think it's quite a different experience for people here. I remember once I came to visit before I moved in December, but I was here in early November visiting, and my taxi driver was like, "Oh yeah, it rains a lot here." He didn't realize where I was from, and when I told him where I was from, he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you get a lot more rain there." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely we do." And so it's interesting how it's always about the perspective of what you're used to and what you're comparing it to. Oh, that goes down here. Oh, there you go. Figured it out. I'm going to be really excited for this weekend. Not for any other reason that it's fancy in this weekend. Like anything fancy or exciting is happening this weekend. I'm just really excited for it to be the weekend. I think I get to plant more things this weekend. We've got sort of a schedule going. And following the schedule, I think we have some things. So that's nice. I'm a big fan of sleep. I'm not a morning person. I'm just going to do an arrange here. Here we go. There we go. That's way clearer. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. I wish I were a morning person. I know that we live in a world that kind of is focused on people who are morning people. Like the world sort of runs on morning people, that, like having 9 to 5 shifts as opposed to 11 to 7 kinds of things. Whenever I've been able and worked a job that allows flexibility, I've definitely take advantage of that, because I'm not a 9 to 5 working like person just functionally. So my brain doesn't work like that. And luckily I work in a field that that works for other people too. So hooray. I don't know where this one goes at all. Okay. No worries. Oh, the pinkier ones I think are up here. Also, they need to go somewhere. Where'd you go? There you go. Nope. There you go. I'm really excited. There's some good TV coming back. Um, Better Call Saul is coming back. I never watched Breaking Bad. Um, I watched the first season of it, and it was just too stressful. Too stressful of a job, like, it felt like a job. Like, watching it was like, this is too much. I'm good. There we go. So I never really watched much of Breaking Bad. But I know that Better Call Saul is based on the character, and I really, really, really like Bob Odenkirk. Um, yeah, I find him very charming. I mean, the character is iffy as hell, but I quite like him as an actor, and yeah, I really like the story. It's quite interesting. I like his chemistry with the woman on it as well. And I really like Michael McKean. I forgot that I used to have a massive crush on Michael McKean when I was little or younger. I don't know how young, from the movie Clue. He played Mr. Green. I also had a big crush on Tim Curry because of that movie. I guess it was a very influential movie for me back in my youth. I would have been about 8 or so. And that's the story of my crush on Michael McKean when I was little. Where do you go? I don't know where you go. Yeah, now we're getting to the part where it's a lot of the same colors, just in those 2 different pieces, and that's always a bit tricky. Oh, this will help. There we go. Nope, you don't go there. Okay, I'm going to pull these out. Sometimes you just got to get a little bit more methodical. There you go. It's funny, I like doing crosswords with variegated yarn, like with like rainbow yarn or those kinds of things, but I don't like knitting. I don't like knitting with variegated yarn. I almost use exclusively solid colors, unless I'm doing color work, which I don't do a lot of at this point yet. But I really don't like variegated yarn. Your mileage may vary, and if you like it, I'm so happy. Enjoy it. But myself, I find, because I do a lot more cabling and things like that, that it then hides, you can't see that stuff. Except I kind of like variegated. Maybe I'll pull back and say I do like variegated yarn for socks. That's a way to bring some color without having to do kind of annoying color work. Okay, it's definitely getting a way clearer picture now. And it's bothering me a little bit that we still haven't sealed the edge, as I like to think of it in my head. There we go. There's that piece, those 2 pieces. Okay, that feels better. It's all sealed up. These last few pieces that have a little bit of orange in them, a little bit of color that's not the yellow or green. And we're essentially in all yellow and green. I sometimes like doing it where you have this in the middle, and you can easily see where they go just from the tops and the bottoms. I'm going to do this part nice and slow, because it's such an easy little thing. This one goes over here. That one goes there. You won't even have to think about it. The minute you pick one up, you kind of know exactly where it goes. All these yellow and greens almost done. So, thanks for watching. And one last piece. And we're done.